Imagine this. Your heart is pounding, your fists clench, and your mind races with frustration. Anger takes over, and before you know it, you've said or done something you regret. But what if you could stop it before it even starts? What if you could train your mind to stay calm, no matter the situation? The Buddha once said, "You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger." In other words, anger isn't just an emotion, it's a force. One that can consume your peace, cloud your clarity, and even damage your relationships. The secret isn't in suppressing anger, it's in understanding it, mastering it, and transforming it into something powerful. In this video, we'll explore 7 profound lessons from Buddhist wisdom to help you take control of your emotions and remain calm, even when faced with life's most frustrating challenges. Stay with me until the end, and you'll discover practical techniques that will forever change the way you handle anger. Lesson 1. Master the sacred pause. Before reacting, pause. Anger has a way of hijacking the mind, making us say or do things we later regret. It creates an intense urge to react instantly, often without thinking. But in that crucial moment, instead of letting anger control you, practice the sacred pause. The sacred pause is the space between what happens to you and how you choose to respond. It gives you the time to step back, process your emotions, and act with clarity rather than impulse. Imagine someone says something hurtful or disrespectful. Your instinct may be to snap back. But instead of reacting immediately, pause. Take a deep breath, count to 3, and allow yourself to settle. This simple yet powerful practice prevents anger from dictating your actions. It shifts your response from automatic reaction to conscious decision-making. When you pause, you give yourself the chance to ask, "Is this worth my peace? How would my best self respond?" With consistent practice, this pause becomes second nature. Over time, you'll notice that instead of feeling overwhelmed by anger, you remain centered, calm, and in control, even in difficult situations. The sacred pause is your shield against regret and your gateway to wisdom. When you pause, you also give the other person a chance to calm down, reducing the likelihood of a heated argument. This brief moment of stillness allows you to choose words that heal rather than words that harm. Ultimately, the sacred pause isn't just about controlling anger. It's about cultivating patience, wisdom, and emotional strength in everyday life. Lesson 2. Transform anger into power. Anger is often seen as a negative emotion, something to be suppressed or avoided. But in Buddhism, anger is simply energy, raw, intense, and powerful. Instead of letting it consume you, you can learn to redirect it into something positive and productive. Think of anger like fire. Left uncontrolled, it burns everything in its path. But when harnessed correctly, fire provides warmth, cooks food, and even powers engines. The same applies to anger. It can destroy or it can fuel transformation. The key is to recognize it, then choose how to use it. When anger arises, instead of lashing out or bottling it up, channel that energy into something meaningful. Use it as motivation to improve yourself, to stand up for what is right, or to work harder toward your goals. Many great achievements in history have been born from frustration and a deep desire for change. For example, if someone unfairly criticizes you, don't respond with bitterness. Instead, let that anger push you forward, to grow, to improve, to prove them wrong through success, not through conflict. If a situation frustrates you, let that energy drive you toward a solution rather than letting it fester as a problem. With practice, you'll start seeing anger not as an enemy, but as a force you can control. Instead of being a victim of emotions, you become their master. When you transform anger into power, you don't just stay calm, you become unstoppable. Lesson 3. Shift from reaction to observation. In Buddhism, there is a powerful shift that changes everything, learning to observe anger rather than reacting to it. Imagine sitting by a river, watching leaves float by. Your thoughts and emotions, including anger, are like those leaves. Instead of grabbing onto them, simply watch them pass. When anger arises, don't become it. Observe it. Notice how it feels in your body, the quickening of your heartbeat, the tension building in your muscles. Instead of reacting, take a step back and say, "Ah, anger is here." This simple act of observation creates distance between you and the emotion. The moment you stop identifying with anger, it begins to lose its power over you. Ask yourself, what is triggering this anger? Is it worth my peace? Most of the time, anger is a reaction to unmet expectations or a situation unfolding differently than we wanted. By observing instead of reacting, you gain control over how you respond. Buddhist monks practice this by labeling emotions rather than engaging with them. The next time anger appears, mentally note, anger is present. Then, watch as it rises and falls like a wave in the ocean. Just like waves, emotions come and go. They don't last forever unless you feed them with attention. By shifting from reaction to observation, you become the calm witness rather than the storm itself. You no longer act impulsively. Instead, you respond with wisdom, clarity, and self-control. This shift is one of the greatest secrets to lasting inner peace. Lesson 4. Reframe the situation with a new perspective. Anger often comes not from what happens to us, but from how we interpret it. Two people can experience the same event, yet one remains calm while the other explodes with rage. Why? It all comes down to perspective. Buddhism teaches that suffering doesn't come from external events, but from the meaning we attach to them. Imagine someone cuts you off in traffic. Your immediate reaction might be frustration or anger. How dare they? But what if you paused and considered another possibility? Maybe they're rushing to a hospital. Maybe they're distracted by a personal crisis. Or maybe they simply made a mistake, just like you might have done before. The moment you shift your perspective, your anger loses its grip. Reframing doesn't mean ignoring your emotions or pretending problems don't exist. It means choosing to see things in a way that brings peace rather than pain. When someone insults you, instead of taking it personally, remind yourself, their words reflect them, not me. When you face a setback, instead of seeing it as unfair, view it as a lesson for growth. Buddhist teachings encourage looking at every situation with curiosity rather than judgment. Ask yourself, is my anger based on reality, or is it my interpretation of reality? What is another way to see this? Often, shifting your perspective even slightly is enough to release anger and replace it with understanding. By training your mind to reframe situations, you build emotional resilience. Instead of being trapped in frustration, you gain the freedom to choose calmness, wisdom, and inner peace, no matter what life throws your way. Lesson 5. Use deep breathing to extinguish the fire of anger. Anger is like fire. It flares up quickly, consuming your mind and body. Your heart races, your muscles tense, your breath becomes shallow and rapid. At that moment, your body prepares for battle, flooding with stress hormones that push you toward an immediate reaction. But just as fire needs oxygen to burn, anger needs your attention to grow. The key to calming it lies in something simple yet powerful: your breath. Buddhist monks have long taught mindful breathing as a way to regulate emotions. When you are angry, your breath becomes erratic and shallow, feeding your emotional state. However, if you consciously slow your breathing, you send a signal to your body there is no real threat. Your nervous system shifts from fight-or-flight mode to a state of relaxation. This process helps cool the emotional fire before it spirals out of control. The next time anger arises, focus on your breath instead of reacting. 1. Take a deep breath in through your nose, feeling your belly expand. 2. Hold the breath for a moment. 3. Slowly exhale through your mouth, letting go of tension. 4. Repeat this process at least 3 to 5 times. You will begin to notice a shift. Your heartbeat slows, your mind clears, and the urge to react impulsively fades. This technique is rooted in Buddhist mindfulness practices, particularly anapanasati, awareness of breath. By focusing on each inhale and exhale, you anchor yourself in the present moment, rather than being swept away by emotions. When you are fully present with your breath, anger cannot take control of you. Instead of being dragged into the storm of emotions, you become the observer, watching the storm pass. Enhancing deep breathing with visualization. You can pair deep breathing with visualization to amplify its calming effect. Imagine your anger as a flame inside you, burning fiercely. With each slow inhale, picture a cool wave of air entering your body. With every exhale, imagine the fire shrinking, softening, and gradually extinguishing until only calmness remains. This visualization reinforces the effect of breathwork, helping you regain your inner balance more quickly. Practicing deep breathing regularly trains your mind and body to respond to anger differently. Instead of instantly reacting with frustration or aggression, you create a space for calmness to enter. You develop the ability to pause, reflect, and choose a response that aligns with wisdom rather than impulse. The beauty of this practice is that it can be done anywhere, anytime. Whether you're in a heated argument, stuck in traffic, or dealing with a stressful situation at work, deep breathing is always available to you. No one even needs to know you're doing it. In just a few seconds, you can shift from anger to clarity, from tension to peace. At first, this practice might feel unnatural, especially when emotions are strong, but like any skill, it becomes easier with repetition. Buddhist teachings emphasize that mastering the mind begins with mastering the breath. The more you train yourself to use deep breathing in moments of anger, the more automatic it becomes. Instead of allowing emotions to control you, you take charge of them, using your breath as a tool to stay grounded and present. Deep breathing isn't just about calming anger. It's about cultivating a habit of inner peace. It transforms the way you respond to life's challenges, ensuring that your mind remains a place of clarity and wisdom rather than chaos and impulsivity. Every deep breath you take is a step toward a more peaceful, controlled, and mindful life. Lesson 6. Train your mind with calm anchors. Anger often feels uncontrollable because it happens so quickly. One moment you're calm, and the next, frustration or rage takes over. But what if you had a way to instantly ground yourself, no matter how intense the situation? In Buddhism, there is a powerful technique for maintaining inner peace even in the most stressful moments: training your mind with calm anchors. A calm anchor is anything that brings you back to a state of balance when emotions try to overwhelm you. Just as a ship uses an anchor to stay steady during a storm, you can use mental and physical cues to keep yourself grounded when anger arises. These anchors act as reminders, pulling you back into awareness and stopping anger from spiraling out of control. 1. Use a mantra as your calm anchor. One of the simplest and most effective calm anchors is a mantra, a short phrase you silently repeat when you feel anger bubbling up. Buddhist monks often use phrases like, "I choose peace," "Let this go," "Breathe in calm," "Breathe out tension." The repetition of these words helps redirect your focus, shifting your mind away from anger and toward a state of control. Over time, just thinking about your mantra will automatically trigger a sense of calmness, like a reflex. 2. Use physical touch as a calm anchor. For some, physical touch is a powerful way to anchor themselves in the present moment. Try placing a hand on your chest or abdomen, as if physically reassuring yourself to stay grounded. Pressing your thumb and index finger together to create a moment of mindful awareness. Clenching and then slowly releasing your fists, signaling to your brain, pause, breathe, regain control. These small actions may seem insignificant, but they send a powerful message to your brain, helping you interrupt the cycle of anger before it escalates. 3. Use visual anchors to stay grounded. For those who struggle with anger in specific situations like arguments, work stress, or daily frustrations, creating visual anchors can be incredibly helpful. This could be a bracelet or ring that reminds you to stay calm, a photo, quote, or symbol that represents peace and wisdom, even a simple object like a stone in your pocket, serving as a tangible reminder to breathe and stay centered. By training your mind with calm anchors, you create a powerful habit of emotional resilience, one that helps you stay steady no matter how strong the storm. Strengthening your calm anchors. A calm anchor can be anything that reminds you to stay centered in moments of anger. This could be a small stone in your pocket, a bracelet on your wrist, a peaceful quote as your phone wallpaper. Each time you see or touch your anchor, it serves as a reminder to stay composed. 1. Using breath as an anchor. Breathing techniques can also act as calm anchors. If you train yourself to take 3 slow, deep breaths every time you feel anger rising, your mind will begin associating deep breathing with emotional control. Eventually, when anger starts to surface, your body will instinctively turn to deep breathing before you even have to think about it. 2. Using awareness as an anchor. A deeply rooted Buddhist practice is using awareness as an anchor. This means simply noticing the moment anger begins, how your body tightens, how your heartbeat changes, how your thoughts become aggressive. Instead of trying to suppress the feeling, simply acknowledge it. Anger is here. The moment you recognize anger without reacting, it begins to lose its power over you. 3. Practicing calm anchors daily. To make calm anchors more effective, use them even when you're not angry. The more you train your mind with these tools, the more automatic they become. Instead of getting caught up in anger, you'll find yourself naturally reaching for your anchor, staying in control, and choosing peace. Calm anchors also help diffuse conflicts. When you stay calm, your energy influences others, preventing arguments from escalating. Instead of feeding the fire of anger, you create a space for understanding and patience. When others see you responding with wisdom instead of aggression, they are more likely to mirror that energy, making conversations more constructive. 4th, strengthening calm anchors through meditation. Buddhist monks train their minds daily through mindfulness and meditation, making it easier to access inner peace even in stressful situations. A few minutes of daily meditation can reinforce your ability to use calm anchors naturally. Think of calm anchors as invisible tools you carry with you at all times. The more you practice, the stronger they become. Eventually, anger will no longer control you. Instead, you will be in control, navigating challenges with a steady mind and a peaceful heart. You won't need to suppress emotions or pretend they don't exist. Instead, you'll master the art of redirecting them into something more powerful: clarity, wisdom, and inner strength. Lesson 7. Let go of the need to control everything. One of the greatest sources of anger is the illusion of control. We get frustrated when things don't go as planned, people don't act the way we expect, situations unfold in ways we don't like. But Buddhism teaches a powerful truth. Control is an illusion. Trying to hold on to it only creates suffering. The more you try to force life to go your way, the more anger, stress, and disappointment you invite into your life. The wisdom of letting go. Imagine holding a handful of sand. If you try to grip it tightly, the sand slips through your fingers. But if you keep your hand open and relaxed, the sand stays in your palm. This is the difference between trying to control everything and learning to let go. When you resist what is happening, you create tension within yourself. But when you accept that not everything is within your control, you find peace. Letting go does not mean Giving up. Letting go does not mean giving up or becoming passive. It means recognizing the difference between what you can change and what you cannot. You cannot control how other people behave. Every outcome in life, but you can control how you react to others, how you respond to challenges. The more you learn to let go, the more freedom you gain. Instead of fighting against life, you begin to flow with it. And in that flow, you find something far greater than control. You find peace. The power of letting go. This shift in mindset frees you from unnecessary anger and frustration. One of the main reasons we struggle with letting go is our attachment to expectations. We expect people to treat us a certain way. We expect success to come easily. We expect life to be fair. But reality often does not match our expectations, and when that happens, anger arises. Instead of clinging to rigid expectations, practice acceptance. The next time things don't go your way, ask yourself, is this something I can change, or is it beyond my control? If you can't change it, let it go. If you can change it, take action calmly, without letting anger cloud your judgment. The wisdom of impermanence. A powerful Buddhist teaching that helps with letting go is the concept of impermanence, anicca, the understanding that everything is constantly changing. No situation, no emotion, no difficulty lasts forever. When you truly understand that everything in life is temporary, you stop holding on so tightly. Anger loses its grip because you realize that whatever is upsetting you right now will eventually pass. Detachment from the ego. Another way to practice letting go is by detaching from the ego. Often our anger is not about the situation itself, but about our ego feeling hurt. Someone insults us, and we take it personally. Someone disagrees with us, and we feel the need to prove them wrong. But the ego thrives on control. It wants to be right, to be respected, to be in charge. When you detach from the need to defend your ego, many sources of anger simply disappear. A simple exercise for letting go. The next time you feel angry because something isn't going your way, pause and ask yourself, will this matter a week from now? A month from now? A year from now? Most of the time, the answer is no. This realization helps put things into perspective, making it easier to let go of unnecessary frustration. Trusting life's flow. Letting go also means trusting the flow of life. Sometimes, what seems like a setback is actually leading you to something better. A lost job, a failed relationship, a missed opportunity. At first, these moments may feel frustrating, but often they guide us toward new paths and greater wisdom. When you stop trying to force life into a fixed shape, you allow space for unexpected blessings to enter. The power of mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness is another key to releasing the need for control. When you stay present in the moment, rather than worrying about the past or future, you naturally let go of tension. Focus on what you can do right now, not on what you wish had happened or what you fear might happen next. The more you stay in the present, the less power anger has over you. Choosing peace over control. In the end, letting go is about choosing peace over control. Instead of exhausting yourself trying to bend the world to your will, surrender to life's natural flow. Accept that challenges will come, people will behave unexpectedly, things won't always go as planned. And that's okay. The moment you stop trying to control everything, you set yourself free. Anger no longer rules you, calmness does. By letting go, you step into a life of ease, wisdom, and true inner peace. The art of transformation. Anger is a visitor, not a permanent resident. It is a storm that passes, leaving behind the opportunity for growth and wisdom. Each time anger arises, see it as an invitation, not to react, but to transform. Through awareness, mindfulness, and compassion, you can learn the secret to staying calm in any situation. Let go of the fire. Choose peace over reaction. And remember, true strength is found in stillness. If you found wisdom in these lessons, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Buddhist teachings on mastering the mind. Thank you for watching. May you walk the path of peace and clarity.